The pre-dawn stillness of a crisp October morning in 2024 was shattered by a piercing screech of metal on metal, yanking me from sleep at 4:37 a.m. In the heart of Willow Vale, a rural enclave nestled in the rolling plains of western Idaho. I stumbled to my bedroom window, heart pounding, and peered into the dimness, where a figure wielded a crowbar against my Massey Ferguson tractor under the faint glow of a crescent moon. The security lights snapped on, bathing the scene in harsh white, revealing a woman in silk pajamas and fuzzy slippers, swinging with feral intensity at my tractor's tail lights, shards of red plastic scattering like blood. Her voice, raw and unhinged, screamed about stolen mornings between blows. I grabbed my phone, hands trembling, and hit record, knowing this footage would be my shield in the storm to come. What this woman didn't grasp was that she wasn't just attacking a piece of machinery, she was sabotaging the lifeline that fed half our town. I'm Ethan Carter, 42, a fifth-generation farmer on 180 acres my great-grandfather claimed in 1919, long before the suburban sprawl of Pine Crest Meadows crept up to my fence line. For decades, my family's crops corn, zucchini, peppers, and more sustained local markets, restaurants, and charities. 5 years ago, when developers carved out the Meadowbrook Pines subdivision right against my land, I welcomed the newcomers, most of whom embraced the rhythm of a working farm. Then Brenda Walsh, a 48-year-old real estate mogul, became HOA president 3 months ago, declaring my agricultural blight her personal crusade. Her campaign to erase my farm culminated in that dawn assault, but she didn't count on a farmer with evidence, a town with loyalty, and a legacy too deep to uproot. My farm, the Carter homestead, sprawled across hills dotted with cottonwoods, its weathered barn and white fences a testament to a century of grit. The two-story farmhouse, with its creaking porch and hand-hewn beams, held memories of my father teaching me to drive the tractor, my grandfather's calloused hands sorting tomatoes, and my great-grandfather's first harvest. When Meadowbrook Pines rose, its colonials and pools kissing my boundary, I stayed neighborly, sharing squash with newcomers and plowing their driveways in winter. Most, like Mrs. Lou down the road, valued the farm's roots, buying my produce at the Saturday market. Brenda, though, moved into the mansion next door, her pool practically nudging my fence, and from day one, she waged war. Her first complaint targeted my rooster's crow, the second griped about manure scent, and by week 3, she'd fixated on my tractor's unacceptable hum at 4:45 a.m. Farming doesn't bend to office hours. I harvested for the Willow Vale market, supplied 3 eateries, and delivered to 2 food banks and a shelter, a routine predating her HOA by 20 years. I explained this in polite replies to her violation notices, citing my agricultural zoning and grandfathered status, enclosing county ordinances. Brenda ignored them, her letters escalating, each on Meadowbrook Pines letterhead, her signature a bold scrawl of entitlement. Her petition came next, a door-to-door campaign to brand my farm an industrial nuisance. Most neighbors, like Mrs. Lou, who laughed in Brenda's face, refused to sign, valuing fresh carrots over an extra hour's sleep. Brenda's fury grew, her complaints flooding the county inspector, zoning board, and sheriff's office. All dismissed me. Zoning was ironclad. Deputy Clara Monroe, a 25-year market regular, gently told Brenda agricultural exemptions trumped HOA rules. Each rebuff stoked Brenda's wrath, leading to that morning's vandalism. I dialed 911, phone still recording, voice steady as I told the dispatcher, someone's destroying my tractor with a crowbar. By the time Clara arrived, Brenda had obliterated both tail lights, slashed 3 tires, and was battering the mirrors, her pajamas dusted with grime. The rising sun caught her mid-swing, crowbar gleaming. Clara's voice cut through. "Drop it, MS." Walsh. Brenda whirled, shock flashing to defiance, claiming she was arresting my tractor for peace disturbance. Clara, unimpressed, ordered the crowbar down. I handed over my footage, the damage tallying $9,000, my delivery schedule wrecked. The market ran dry, the food bank turned away families, and the shelter served canned peas instead of salad. By noon, word spread Tom Alvarez at the food bank called, then Rachel Kim from the shelter, then Greg from Valley Foods, each offering support. I shared Brenda's months-long harassment, her notices, her failed petitions. By dusk, Willow Vale was ablaze with outrage. The town council meeting the next night, called by Councilwoman Ellen Hayes, whose disabled brother relied on my food bank deliveries, was a reckoning. The community center overflowed, chairs scarce, as farmers, shopkeepers, and families packed in. Brenda, in a Navy power suit, sat front row with two HOA allies, her confidence fraying as the crowd's murmurs turned hostile. Tom detailed my 250 weekly family deliveries, Rachel explained how my donations stretched shelter budgets, and Greg showed receipts proving my prices kept groceries affordable. Neighbors like Mrs. Lou praised the farm's legacy, her voice cracking as she recalled my free zucchini during hard times. Brenda tried interrupting, but Ellen silenced her. When Brenda spoke, her spiel about property values and quality of life drew jeers, someone shouting, "Your crowbar's the real nuisance." Her face flushed, she sat, defeated. Social media erupted mid-meeting, a post juxtaposing my mangled tractor with food bank lines going viral, hashtags like Save Ethan's Farm and Karen vs. Food trending. A GoFundMe, launched by Mrs. Lou, aimed for $9,000 to fix the tractor, hitting it in 5 hours, soaring to $35,000 by week's end. Comments poured in stories of my winter plowing, free corn for struggling families, a testament to community over control. The HOA meeting 2 days later was Brenda's public trial, the center again packed with residents fed up with her reign. They brought evidence of her tyranny, fines for rainbow flags, threats over tall roses, notices for backyard toys. Clara Hayes, a young couple, shared their $200 fine for a pride banner. Mr. Patel, 80, recounted Brenda's demand to trim his garden. Single mom Lisa Kim detailed her $150 penalty for a tricycle. The board, including Brenda's cronies, recoiled, their chairs inching away. When the motion to oust Brenda as president came, it was unanimous, her allies voting against her. Brenda rose, purple-faced, screaming the vote was illegal. The HOA's lawyer, hastily summoned, confirmed its validity. She stormed out, papers scattering, to stunned silence. Criminal charges followed. I filed for vandalism and trespassing, my footage undeniable. The $9,000 damage pushed it into felony territory. Brenda's city lawyer couldn't spin clear video of her rampage. A plea deal landed her 2 years probation, $12,000 restitution, 120 hours at food banks, and a 500-foot restraining order from my farm. The judge, a market egg buyer for 15 years, added the food bank service, Brenda gasping in court, facing the people she'd harmed. A new tractor arrived a week later, upgraded by the dealership, its side emblazoned with "Feeding Brenda's Town" in bold green. I hesitated, but the town insisted it wasn't pettiness, they said, but a reminder of what endures. The HOA voided Brenda's fines, elected a transparent board, and hosted farm days, kids learning to plant carrots. My deliveries resumed, neighbors volunteering at the market and food banks, the farm a community anchor. Brenda's service sorting produce at the food bank drew quiet laughs, her real estate license revoked, her home sold to cover fines. The viral post hit national news, sparking HOA reform talks. 8 months later, I stood under a dusk sky, Lucas on the new tractor, neighbors waving. Brenda's schemes resurfaced in Utah, but my shared evidence stopped her cold. The farm's fences gleamed, a mural of our fields gracing the community center, our gate sign reading, Carter Homestead, Est. 1919. All welcome. Her attack forged a tighter Willow Vale, proving a farmer's lens and a town's heart can fell a tyrant's crown. Was Ethan's evidence justice or vengeance? Should Brenda's penalties be lighter or harsher? Can Willow Vale stay united, or will new Brenda's rise? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for stories that demand your stand.